staggering statistic. At any one time, nearly 6.9 million people are on probation, in jail, in prison, or on parole in the United States. And once released, these individuals face significant barriers. One former inmate has set out to change all of that. Take a look.
Grew up 2 blocks away from here, and back in the day, all you hear is these sirens. Drug lines actually coming up this building. We lived under the poverty line. My mom didn't have much. She worked in a factory. People would ask me, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I told them I want to be rich. The first opportunity that I had to become rich was through the world of drugs. I started at 11 smoking weed, getting involved heavily with coke and crack, and I started selling crack right on this block. Grew it out to a multi-million-dollar company. At the age of 19, I was making over $2 million a year. 23, I was charged with one of the largest drug delivery services in New York City, charged as a kingpin. I went into prison. The doctors told me that cholesterol levels were so bad that I could have died within 5 years. I was sentenced to 7 years in prison, and I said I was not going to die in prison. I started doing push-ups, dips with the limited space that I had, and began moving.
Coss Marte is the founder of ConBody, and he joins us today. Welcome to the show, Coss.
No, I appreciate you having me. Thank you for the opportunity here.
What an interesting story. And ConBody's mission is to destigmatize the formerly incarcerated community and change the systemic inequity of the criminal justice system, Coss. So why is this so important to you?
But when I was convicted and I was sentenced to 7 years in prison and I came home, I basically had no opportunity. Everybody shut the doors behind me and didn't want to give me an opportunity to find job, find housing. It was a struggle, and this is what most people face when they come out of the prison system. So it's deep to my heart. I want to destigmatize the talent, the trustworthy people, the charismatic people that I've met inside the prison system, and show people that we have an untapped talent to give out to the world today.
Yeah, right? Because Coss, 2 things can be true, right? You can have done something illegal and got sent to prison, and you can still have something to give back once you get out, man. So I love that.
Tell us what it's meant to you to see your son witness what you've gone through and see you persevere, come out stronger, and start doing a really great, noble thing.
Yeah, my son is 14 years old today, so yeah, at 14, at 13, I got arrested for the first time. It was extremely difficult, raising my son while I was incarcerated. I literally taught him his ABCs through a payphone. It used to break my heart every time I used to see him in the visiting rooms and having him cry as he walked away and asking me, when am I coming home? So it was a very difficult time, but I'm glad he's doing the right thing. He's a straight A student. He wants to get into prison reform, but also mechanical engineering as well.
Coss, you mentioned it, that being so hard, your son coming in and then having to leave. Let me ask you, man, a personal question. What was the hardest part about being inside?
I think the hardest part was just being away from my family. If people ask like, oh, you made all this money while you were selling drugs, and when I was incarcerated, I was like, I would give all that out. I don't really care about money. I would just want to be with my son, with my family at that time. So I think being away from home, was definitely like the hardest thing. Also like food sucks in prison, so you just miss so much stuff, and when you come home, you're just so appreciative of like the air tastes different. So it's amazing.